Hi, my name is Bea-Sopher, and the message I have for you today is intended to inspire you. This is for my public speaking class. So, the topic or the title of my message is Say Goodbye to Try. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say goodbye to try. Good job. Good job. So, look, what I'm hoping that you get out of this message is that you change your ideology, your thought process, your thinking pattern. And instead of saying that I'm going to try to do something, I want you to start saying, I will do it. To me, the difference is very simple. It's a matter of taking away all of the external excuses. The reason why you tried and failed is because something or someone got in your way. But when you do it, then that means nothing and no one will stand in your way. Saying that you did it empowers you to know that nothing could stop you. Say goodbye to try and start committing to the act of doing it. Doing it means that we have access to everything that we need to get the job done, and we don't have to rely on any external source to enforce us or empower us to do it. In fact, God says in His Word in Philippians, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. That means there is nothing on the outside that is preventing us or enabling us from doing it. In fact, if it doesn't get done, the only person that we can blame or even give credit to is ourselves. Paul says in Galatians 5 and 7, who did hinder you that you stopped running well? What hindered you from believing in the truth? Who did it? Paul almost sounds shocked at the fact that you are no longer doing what you were doing. Who did hinder you that you were running so good at first and now you're not running at all? Paul is saying it in a way that says, you know what? What happened? What in the world got in your way? Most times in our life, we will always struggle up against two things: internal and external influences. And the only thing that can get us over the mountain, get us over to the next thing, get us over to the next place, get us through the issue, through the circumstance, get us over it, is ourselves. Look at your neighbor and say, goodbye to try. You got to believe that if the thing that you are saying is stopping you or preventing you, could stop you or prevent you, it wouldn't have allowed you to start in the first place. If it was going to prosper, it wouldn't have allowed you out of the starting gate to begin with. The fact that you were able to run in the beginning, the fact that you were able to proceed, the fact that you had any forward momentum and movement at all is an indication it could not stop you. So when Paul says, what did hinder you? Who hindered you? He's saying, hold up. Why did you stop? What's going on? There was nothing in your way. You had the truth in your hand. You had the way. You had the ability. You have the gifts. You have the talents. You had the opportunity. Why did you stop? What were you afraid of? Trying is almost as silly as saying, I tried to go on a diet, as if you stood in front of that refrigerator door, you opened that refrigerator door, and you tried your best not to eat 4 slices of 5-layer chocolate cake. As if somebody pried your mouth open, snatched open your teeth, and started chewing for you. You can't say you tried to stick to your diet. You didn't stick to your diet. Them was your lips and gums wrapped around that chocolate cake. And if you did not succeed, it wasn't because you tried and it didn't work. It's because something in you said it wasn't worth going all the way anyway. Say goodbye to try and admit to yourself that you just didn't want it. Now, if you do want it, you slap the cake out your own hand and you stick to the plan that was set before you. The truth is, you've got to want it for yourself no matter what is in front of you. So look at your neighbor and say goodbye to try. When you try to do something, all of you is not involved. If I stand behind you with a gun and pull the trigger, all of you is going to move out. You're going to run. Your mind's going to say run. Your feet, your body, your arms, everything is going to move. Because when you know that there's only one thing standing in your way, and that's you, you will do everything you have to do to get the job done. If babies started crawling, stood up and tried to walk and fell one time, the first thing we do as moms and dads is put them back up on their feet again. And God is telling you, get back up on your feet again and keep doing it. If you started, there's nothing that could have kept you from moving forward, because the enemy doesn't care about you moving forward. He doesn't want you to start. If he can get you to not start, then he can get you to quit. Paul said, who hindered you from running well, from doing well? You were doing it. You were doing it, Peter. You were walking on the water. You were moving. You had all kinds of faith and confidence and hope for the future. What kept you from continuing on? Look at your neighbor. Give him a little nudge and say goodbye to try. You can do it. It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish. So get on up, get on out there, and have a blessed day.